Well, hello. I am Jamie, and this is just my little accountability channel. But just because I don't want to be held accountable right now, um, I am now on a yarn buying freeze because it was recently the yarn crawl in Portland metro area. And I usually don't participate in that. A lot of the times, the yarns at the smaller yarn shops are out of my budget. Um, and so occasionally I'll do one in town. But this one I think it's the third time I've been to it. It's over across the river from me, so in a whole nother state, but they support my friend, and it's a really good friend of mine's local yarn shop. So she always wants to go and support them. They support her. She makes handmade earrings for them. So I might have splurged more than I intended. I also had an estate sale that I went to that I'm looking down because there's two giant bags down there from the estate sale because I couldn't help it, right? But this does mean that I'm officially on a yarn buying freeze after this for the rest of the year, the vast majority of the rest of the year, unless it's for a specific project that I need stuff for. But so I just wanted to show you what I got. So the first thing is I absolutely love Queensland cotton. I've gotten them before. I've shown them here on my channel before. One of my boxes right here is right here. There we go. There is Queensland cotton of stuff for me to make. I absolutely love this. It's a pale pink, a little hard to see, but with a whole bunch of speckles. So I'm excited to make something out of that. I got 4 to hopefully make either like a tank top or a cap sleeve t-shirt or something. Anyways, I love them. I think it's a little thicker than the stuff that I've used before. Oh yeah, it's a much thicker weight. I don't know if you can see the difference in thickness of weight there, but yeah, interesting. I didn't know that. So if I usually do 4 of the super tiny ones, I'm hoping 4 of the slightly larger ones will do. But then does that mean that this other, does that mean that the solids I bought are of a different weight as well? They are. Look at that. Interesting. Yeah, that's a size 4. What do I usually get? Oh, that's a size 4 as well. But this wasn't a size 4. Hold on. Yeah, this is the size I usually get here, which is a size 2, which I didn't even think that they had different sizes because I've only ever seen one size at a time. Interesting. Oh well. This might make it easier to knit for me because I crochet with that thinner stuff. But anyway, so I have a gray, and I have kind of a salmony color, and then kind of a berry-y color, and then kind of a dark navy purple. So these together, I think I'm going to make a little granny square tank top for summer, which should be really cute. Who knows when I'll get to it. Oh my gosh, I was getting so full in that section. Okay. Next thing I bought as we were standing out in line, I saw it and I was just like, holy crap, it needs to be mine. It is this, whoa, so bright with the lights glaring. You know, it's really hard to try and light yourself well and not get a bunch of glare. I would love to know people's secrets to that. Oh yeah. Anyways, it's called Bamboo Pop, and it's this bright yellow, and this is my color. I'll show you that I bought. Well, I guess that one's a little deeper of a yellow, but I love yellow. I'm a yellow girl. Yellows and oranges. Oh, no, that way. Yep. I love yellow. It's one of my favorite colors. So I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this. I was thinking like a cute little beret. I have a yellow beret, but it's definitely on the mustardy side. And there are definitely times where I want brighter, but then how often do I really wear the beret? And I didn't make that other one. That other one is definitely a machine made one, and I've had it for like well over a decade. But or I can do socks because I'm big on socks right now. We'll see. Let's see. It is a weight 3, 50 cotton, 50 bamboo. I think because my other bamboo is that yellow right there. But I think that is, it's either Premier or Loops and Threads. So it's definitely a different bamboo, definitely a different color. But who knows? Maybe I can mix and match. We'll see. We'll see about that. That will go in the sock yarn slash bamboo yarn thing. I don't know if you can see, but we also have fancy yarn, fruity sock yarn that you've seen before, cotton yarn, teeny tiny yarn, worsted all the way down to the floor. I shouldn't double chin myself like that. Anyways, so then my partner goes through beanies like crazy. So thrilled when I hand make him beanies and they disappear. I think he's lost all but one, and the reason why he hasn't lost the one is because he doesn't wear it as often, because I hadn't done double knit in a while and my gauge was a little off, so it's a little big on him, which is weird because he's got a huge noggin. He's a big head. And he also has a ponytail and he's got really thick hair, so he pulls it over the ponytail, which makes it stretch out even. Oh my goodness. Anyways, I have worked with this yarn before, this brand, I should say, the Barocco. I have some sock yarn in there, and I've made like a little scarflet with it, and I really like this brand, and you don't normally see it here in the US. I will say the store we were at, it's called Hook and Needle, and they had a whole bunch of stuff that I have never seen here in the US, but I knew existed because I follow a shop in Nottingham, England. Anyways, but they talk about these yarns all the time, and I was just like, oh, you know, if I ever get back that way, and I thought I was going to be later on this year, but apparently not. Or maybe I am. I don't know. We'll see. Travel plans are always up in the air. It's so fun. As a planner who needs a plan and a schedule. So fun to never have anything set in stone. But I was so excited because I was just like, oh, well, then I'll be able to see a whole bunch of yarns that I haven't seen before. And this little shop had a lot of them that they talked about. And it was so fun just to touch them and look at the colors and see them in person. But this is Remix Chunky. I'm assuming the time I've had other yarn similar to this, it's been a recycled yarn. Yep, 100% recycled fiber, says it right there on the front. So I'm excited about this. He's going to get some beanies. We're going to do probably a mix and match with some other color because he's got a particular request for a type of beanie, but I might not be able to make him out of these yarns. I might have to get another couple of yarns. I was doing like Lion Brand Homespun, I think it was, before that. So we'll see. And then the next one I found is the only one that they had in the shop. It's absolutely freaking gorgeous. It's by a brand called Quince and Company. That tag's definitely going to stay for a junk journal entry. I actually am about ready to start a yarn junk journal entry, or junk journal in general. And I love the cute things with it. Just to show you a little, like these are a bunch of the yarn wrapper. Oh. Yeah, I don't know where this came from. A bunch of yarn wraps. And so I'm going to do a bit of a junk journal with that. Hopefully start that soon so I can get that empty and gone, you know. But I'll be excited to use this. But look at how beautiful all those colors are. That is absolutely gorgeous. My second favorite color is green. the greens are down here. Chair. Anyways, I love green. It's beautiful. Actually, I love all colors, but definitely yellow and green are my favorite. So it's got this beautiful mottled, the color especially was my favorite name. It's Pickle. I love pickles. My sister loves pickles. Her whole entire family goes apeshit nuts over pickles. There's a pickle, the Grillo's Pickles has a Bloody Mary mix, but I've only seen it in one place, which is a closeout place halfway across the country. And I was hoping to be there in about 2 weeks so I could see if they had it, and then I would bring some, but I wouldn't be able to fly it home, blah, 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 but I would be able to keep it there, and we're going to road trip back later on this year, maybe. I don't know. We'll see. Anyways, scarflet. I think I'm going to do a little scarflet with this. It just screamed to me to do that. I thought it would be really cute. I don't think I'm going to have enough to do. I might do a scarflet and then be able to combine it with something else to do a beanie. 219 yards. I'm going to have more than enough for a scarflet. So maybe I'll just do something with a little bit longer instead of shorter tibby tabs. Anyways, freaking love this. It's adorable. Put it in the bougie yarn stack. Bougie yarn stack with that one. And then this will also go in the bougie yarn stack. Oh my gosh, unfortunately there was only one of these two, and the artist was there and she confirmed. Unfortunately, it's the only one. It was the last one she had. It's from a company called Salty Blonde, definitely out of Colorado. I should have asked where out of Colorado she was. Anyways, she was awesome. She was there. But if you can see, this is definitely, its color is Desert Chic. I think it says Desert Chic. Yeah, Desert Chic. But you definitely, everything about this just screams the desert, Southwest in general. It is one of the most gorgeous yarns I have seen. I absolutely love it. I did buy it to make socks out of, but it's so hard to take something so beautiful and put it on my big hooves, my hobbit feet. But it is absolutely gorgeous. This is 80 nylon, 20 merino, 400 yards, more than enough for a pair of socks. But oh my gosh. And she was so cool. She was so fun to talk to. I absolutely loved her. So there we go. This also goes bougie basket. I already said that. Saying it again because whatever, ADHD. And then the last thing I got at the yarn crawl. That was it for the yarn at the yarn crawl. I got stitch markers. I don't normally use like fancy stitch markers. I use just whatever the cheap plastic crap ones are at the craft store. But there was another lady there. Oh, I really wish I could remember her name. She was awesome. Fellow Gemini. We were both wearing monochromatic that day. She was in lilac and I was in, actually I pretty much matched the really rusty part of that yarn right there. Anyways, she makes stitch markers and earrings and a whole bunch of wacky stuff. And I love Peeps. Oh, I don't know. Hold on. Is it going to do it? Oh, you get both of them right there. She made little Peeps stitch markers. And I love peas too. I think peas are absolutely gorgeous. One of the most beautiful pictures I've ever taken. I've had like a pea pod that I've grown that I've opened, and it was just so, the light was perfect and the peas were perfect. It was so absolutely photogenic. So anyways, I love peas. I love Peeps. I love things that start with P apparently. Oh, don't take that the wrong way. But anyways, I love it. Look at that. Those are so awesome. Anyways, so that was my indulgences from the yarn crawl. This is getting a little long and I'm not sure how much I'm going to be able to edit out. But who cares? I do this for my fun. This area is the yarn area of my craft room. We've got the embroidery area right over here, which is basically some carts. I've got the miniature area, the paper crafts area is here, miniature area there, sewing area there. I signed up to take a sewing class, so I should be learning how to sew pants at the end of the month. It's like a 4-week class, 1 day a week, and I'm super excited. A friend of mine has been doing it. And again, it's my bid to have my own like super unique wardrobe, right? And it's not that I'm like, oh my gosh, I have to be unique. It's more that I am a lady of a certain age. I do kind of like eccentric, anti vibes. Can I say that? Eccentric auntie vibes. You know, the auntie that comes in and that she, you know, travels and she kind of has like a funky wardrobe and things like that. And she just kind of flits in and flits out. That's kind of me with my family and my friends' kids. So I want to cultivate that a little bit more. I know the kind of look that I'm going for. I love the loose flowy clothing. I'm also, because I'm a lady of a certain age, I'm freaking hot. I'm hot. I can't not be hot. Yes, I'm wearing a sweatshirt because I keep my house at 62 degrees in the winter and the spring. So there is one hair. I'm going to go for a haircut in like 2 weeks. Oh my gosh. But that's the only reason why I'm wearing this sweatshirt, because come summertime, I don't have AC and it gets really hot around here lately. It wasn't this hot growing up, so climate change is just a hoax, right? But anyways, so in the summer, that's the reason why I kind of stocked up on a bunch of cotton, is because I need to be able to make myself some tops that I really like, that are light and flowy and cottony. Anyways, I'm about ready to run out of memory space also on my phone. So I have to go delete stuff off the phone, and then I will be back later. Another video for you. Same outfit. I'm not going to change, pretend it's any different. But anyways, I hope you guys have a good evening. I hope if a yarn crawl has come to your area that you go out. This was my first time making that big of a purchase. It's usually maybe 1 skein, maybe 2. I'm usually pretty good about it, but I haven't been shopping much at all lately, so I splurged. Anyways, have a good night. And down below, if you're still here, tell me one of your favorite small makers, small dyeing yarn or yarn dyers. I love to know. There's, you know, a couple in the UK that I know of that do beautiful work. That lady from Colorado does absolutely beautiful work, but just let me know. Let me know, and maybe I'll make something for my giant hooves out of their yarn. All right. Bye-bye.